that Ananya is single.
What? The network
There
is
you
bad.
go.
I love love. I love being in love. Yeah. The most romantic thing I've done for someone is I once decorated like a whole wall in their room with like sticky notes about things that I liked about them. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. This year, love yourself before anyone else and choose yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. This is a very, very special episode because love is all around us and we are celebrating Valentine's Day special with an absolutely lovely human being and friend. She's really, really sweet. Talking about Ananya Panday. Hello. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. My first wish of the day.
What do you
I
do?
hope it's not the last wish of the day. That's
Can't
you.
do. Ananya, look at you. Can it be the last? No, never.
It can.
But I know you've been having a very hectic schedule. And I know that there's so much that is happening around you as well, particularly with work. You're picking up such interesting things. Is there time for you to think about love in the very romantic relationship way, or is there no time at all?
That I think of love all the time, but in every aspect. I don't kind of just limit love to just being in that relationship sort of aspect. And I think that's changed over time. I've realized that love can mean so many things. It can appear in so many different ways. So I'm constantly thinking about love. It might not just be limited to the relationship sort of love, but I feel like it's important in life to have balance, balance everything out. So when I'm working, but obviously in my personal time and my time off, I think about many things.
And also for the world, I know that. You must know she's one of the most romantic people that you know. She loves to love, isn't it?
I love love. I love being in love, yeah.
There you go. Well, we're also going to talk more about that. But firstly, I also want to say that it's been such an interesting year, right? And now it's just the beginning. It's 2023. How would you sum up with the ups and the downs, with everything beautiful that comes along the last year? And how do you look forward to it?
Honestly, I think last year for me was, I would call it, for me, the year of, every year you change a little bit, but I think last year was the most I've changed in the shortest span of time. I guess I'll put it like that. I think I really, really grew up in a sense, not just by my age, but just mentally grew up a lot. I think I learned a lot of things. I learned to deal with a lot of things. I think I got a lot more independent in the last year. So yeah, there was a lot of transformation, and I'm looking forward to taking that into this year as well.
That's fabulous. And you start this year on a very high note, shooting for such an interesting film.
Yes.
How's it going with your whole?
So I'm on set right now. I'm shooting for Dream Girl 2 right now, and we have a really big scene coming up actually after this. But it's been great. It's a lot of fun. We have, I think, the most fun ensemble cast that's been put together, and working with Ayushman has just been great. Working with Raj, so just the whole cast and crew. I just cannot stop laughing. Like every time I have to be serious, and I just look at Rajpal Yadav. So he's just the funniest. He improvises so much, and I'm just so lucky to be surrounded by these actors.
You know, it's so interesting that you've played such contrasting characters in the last 2 years, right? I mean, you think of Gehraiya and then now you see what you're stepping into. They're so contrasting in its own sense. That's the life of an actor. Also, hair and makeup plays a really important part. I know that makeup is as important to you as to me and to a lot of people, but you're in the business of looking a certain way, looking glamorous. The kind of the pros and the cons and the tricks of makeup that you've learned and picked up today.
Honestly, I've always looked at makeup as having fun. I'm someone who's very comfortable leaving the house without having my hair and makeup done. So it's not in any way a way of like concealing anything or changing anything about the way I look. I kind of see it as a way of enhancing certain things about myself, or just like sort of self-expression in a way. And I hope that other people look at it in that way too, because I feel like everyone's beautiful and they have nothing to like change about themselves or hide. So I see it in a sort of playful manner. I'm actually very comfortable in like doing my own makeup as well. I actually like doing my own makeup. makeup. Usually when I'm going out, not on shoot, but when I'm going out to like a party or to see my friends and stuff, I enjoy, I actually use it as my me time. I put my favorite music on and I just, play with my own makeup. But some things that I've learned, or some, tips or tricks that I've learned is, I put blush like literally on my cheeks, on my nose, on my chin. I heat my eyelash curler before I, curl my lashes because it just gives it that extra lift. Sometimes I put like a beige pencil liner inside my waterline to make my eyes seem bigger. What else do I do? I take a little bit of like white eyeshadow or like shimmery eyeshadow and I put it on my inner corners and it just makes my eyes. I think I just do everything to kind of make my eyes look bigger.
I love that. I did that a little bit too.
Yeah. And that's what I can think of. Right.
But I love that. We're talking about, of course, love and Valentine's Day, and we'll talk more. I must ask you, if you had to suggest to people who are watching, like a quick, nice way to sort of do your makeups, which kind of look would you go for? And particularly for a date, like the big night.
Honestly, for me, like my mantra with makeup is always less is more. And I feel like you should just feel comfortable and beautiful. You should kind of accentuate what you think is the most beautiful part about you. So if you love your eyes, and you should kind of play with your eyes. Or if you think you have nice lips, and you should kind of play with that. But I would just simply, like, my makeup routine is just a little bit of concealer. I don't use foundation, lots of blush, mascara, and a nice like gloss or lip balm. And I think most people are good to go with just that.
Because you've been associated with certain brands for longer period of time, how important is that credibility and the fact that you also believe in the project for you and the brand?
100%. All the brands that I'm associated with are brands that I use in my personal life as well. And I don't think that I would be able to associate with a brand if it wasn't something that I was aligned with. They're all almost extensions of my own personality, and they resonate with the kind of person that I am. And in general, I wouldn't want to set unrealistic expectations for young people who may follow me or look up to me. So that's why I try to keep it as organic and as real as possible. And that's why associating with Lakme Academy powered by Aptech has been such a natural fit, because there's so much emphasis on, along with beauty and along with all the things that they teach, the main crux of it is they emphasize on the foundation and the education required before you get into a certain field. And I'm someone who is a firm believer in, I was that first bencher in school and the teacher pet, and I would love studying and go to school. I had 100% attendance, so I'm someone who is very big on education. And education is not just limited to going to a school or college or university. It's even learning on the job, learning from the people around you. So that core value that
I was there to see the showcase, and it was such a wonderful platform for all of them to come together, and for people who would never probably get a chance to sort of show their skill in that huge manner.
Again, it's also the fact that they give a chance for so many people who have these dreams, and to kind of solidify those dreams, they give everyone a chance, and that equal opportunity that they stand for is also something that I really admire.
100%. And that was their first break, right? Do you remember yours?
I think it was my first audition in school for a school play. And I remember when I was younger, when I was under the age of 10, I was very, very confident. Like, I would be that kind of kid at birthday parties who didn't need to be told to go up and dance. I would be on the dance floor all the time. But I think after becoming a teenager, I think I became a little conscious and a little shy in that way, and I would be really scared to perform or be on stage. And I remember in our school they were holding auditions for one of the plays they were having, and I was too shy to do it, but I did it. I faced my fears in that sense, and then I didn't get the part that I wanted, but I got another part, which may not have been that big, but I was proud of myself for at least trying. And it was a little step to kind of get over that stage fright.
Like you said, it was wonderful, the answer that you gave me in the beginning about how you've learned so much, you've matured so much, and you've, the last year gave you so much learning. Tell me, how do you also see that learning in your own relationships, and when now you go and date somebody, maybe? What have you learned? How do you look at the way romance and relationship is for women today, and particularly for yourself? What are the do's and don'ts that you have made for yourself?
Honestly, I think you learn something from every relationship that you've been in. And that's why I don't believe in having any regrets. I feel like I'm a changed person
100%.
because of the experiences that I've been through and the people that I come across. And that just doesn't mean the romantic relationships, just relationships in general. But I think every time I think I learn to love myself a little bit more. I understand a lot more about myself. And I think in general, I think I've become a person who kind of values my own space and my own time and my own independence a lot more. And going forward, if and when I do have to be in a relationship, I think I would just want the person I'm with to be completely themselves and allow them to let me be myself. I think for me, that's the most important thing. And I've seen that with my parents, and that's why I think it's so ingrained in me, and it's something that I value so much in a relationship. I think just being yourself, being as honest as possible. These are things that I would take forward the stage I'm in right now.
You look at your parents' love story as something that you hope, that you get to share as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just so natural with them.
Yeah.
On that note, like I said, 4 years of Ananya Panday, student of the year too. You came in, and you were always this person who was never afraid to make mistakes and be real. Right from the time I have known you, in the time, and I think things still remain the same. And I know it's difficult, but people are constantly telling you have to be a certain way, do this, and all of that. Today, how do you look at yourself after the 4 years, particularly when it comes to being in the industry? What have you retained from that Ananya who joined in during SOTY 2, and the one who's here today in front of you? What has changed?
A lot has changed, but then a lot hasn't changed as well. I think when I started out, and I have a very, very long way to go, but when I started out, I think I was a lot more fearless, and I was a lot more actually I think I still am, so I guess that's probably not changed. I think the fearlessness has not changed. I think I'm still very much myself. I'm very open in that way. I'm very eager to learn. These are things that are still the same. And I guess what's changed is I take a lot more time in thinking before I speak, things like that, because I know everything that I say will have some sort of repercussion. So I want to be as, I wouldn't use the word correct, but I want to know that everything I say has an impact, and, that's what I'm going to leave it at. So I think that has changed. I think my sense of balance has come to work a lot more in the past. Maybe after, I'm not even saying these are things that happened because of my time in the industry, but I think in general, after COVID and after the pandemic, in general, as a human being, like I think maybe that change got accelerated because of the past 2 years for everyone. So I think I'm a lot more balanced in terms of I know when it's my time to work and I'll give my 100% at that. But then I also need to give time to my personal life as well. And then when I'm there, I want to be 100% present there. And I think I have become a lot more zen. I think I'm less affected by things. Make an effort to do that. I think everyone has time, and it's all about making an effort. And if you really want to make something work, or you really want to give people that time, you'll always manage to do it. But it's all about making that effort.
What's the fun things about Valentine's Day? But one important part of Valentine's Day is also Galentine's Day. Female friendships. And I think value female friendships, and I know Ananya does as well. I know you've built this really nice group of friends around you, which includes so many. Janhvi, you have Suhana, you have built that, right? So tell me about that friendships that you value, and the kind of peace and the zen that it further adds to your chaotic life sometimes.
Honestly, my female friendships are everything, and I don't think it's just about when I'm single or
always.
Like, it's always. It's even when I'm in a relationship, when I'm not. My female friendships they're everything to me, because I think they're where I feel my most comfortable. They're where I feel my least judged. Where I can say anything, feel anything, be in any mood. And I know that I will have someone who'll have my back, who's probably been in a similar situation. So yeah, it's where I feel the most comfortable.
Fantastic. we were talking about love of all kinds. I must bring up parental love, right? You always shared such a wonderful bond with two of your parents, and I know them a little, and they're absolutely wonderful. I think a lot of who you are comes from the way they are as well, like humble and real in that aspect. And like I said, they're also fiercely protective of you. Today, how have you seen that relationship with the two of them, evolve? And of course, what are the few things that you have learned from their love story per se, and that help you in the future, of course?
I think what's changed over the years has been, obviously, the older that I'm getting, I think I understand them a lot better. I think when you're a teenager and, you keep fighting with your parents and you think that they're against you and what they're seeing is just, for their own good. But the older you get, I think you realize that it was always for your good. And you kind of understand the place they were coming from. And it's also because I see myself say a lot of these things to my younger sister that my parents used to tell me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm turning into my mom. So yeah, and I think from their love. So I think now the stage that I'm in with my parents, I think it's a lot more for friendship. I can tell them anything. I can go to them for anything, and I know that they always have my best interest in mind. And with their relationship, I think they are also friends first before anything else, and they deal with everything with a lot of humor and with a lot of lightness.
If you had to advise particularly young women on the route that they're taking for their professional life and also on their love life, what would you tell them and why?
Honestly, this is about like love life, work, everything. I would say don't settle for anything. Don't, know your value, know your worth, and don't let anyone tell you that you just deserve this much. Like you know what you deserve, and you should always strive for that, and you shouldn't settle, and you should not let anyone put you in a box or tell you how you're supposed to be. Yeah, and dream big for yourself and know that those dreams are possible.
In the beginning of the conversation, I presumptuously assumed that Ananya is single, but is she? Or is it okay to now ask the next question?
What? The network
there
is
you
bad.
go. So well done.
I feel like life should always have some mystery. I don't think like everything should have that black and white answer for everything.
Okay, so there you go. What, maybe, we don't know. She might be single, she might not be, but I want to know, what is the way to Ananya Panday's heart?
My stomach. Just feed me.
Feed me. So in a date, if he probably wants to cook for you, that'll be the best date ever?
Best idea. Like cooking together, I think is like my ideal first date. Even though I can't cook at all, but I just think it's so much fun.
We don't know if she's single, but there you go. If you still want to go ahead and give that a shot, please do. Cooking together sounds interesting. All right. Are you ready for some fun questions, Ananya? You're very good at this side. I know you will be. All right. Okay. What are your makeup must-haves?
How many can I say?
4, 5? Okay.
Concealer, mascara, eyebrow gel, blush, and tinted lip balm.
What's a complete no-no for you on a date?
A complete no-no? Someone who's rude to, for example, the waiters or people around, like rude behavior.
A thing that they must do on a date to impress you.
On a date, make me laugh.
Oh, that'll work. Humor. Okay. If you had your own reality show like The Fabulous Lives, who are the people you would want to have in the show with you, and why?
Karan, for sure, because I really want to know what he does in a day. I think Suhana, Shania, it would just be very entertaining to have them around. There would be a lot of spicy masala and a lot of secrets when the three of us are around. Ranveer Singh, just because he's so hot, and it would be so much fun. He'd make everyone laugh and entertain everyone. So yeah, Kareena. Yeah.
Of course, you have the whole...
Yeah.
There'll be one show that people will be watching, Ananya, for sure. The first luxury item you ever bought for yourself?
I think for me, a really big milestone for myself was to get myself my own car.
Yes, it was. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Who's your recent Indian celebrity crush?
I find Diljit like a complete rock star. Like I just love his vibe, and I've been watching his interviews and just stalking his Instagram. I think he's like such a vibe.
He's absolutely vibe. Also, it's such a proud moment. He'll be in Coachella. I'm sorry, but that's huge.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's absolutely fantastic. Okay. Oh, who, according to you, is one of your favorite co-stars and why?
I mean, I've really been so lucky to work with such amazing people. But I'm shooting Dream Girl right now, as I said, and so I'm going to say Ayushmann. Yeah.
Ayushmann Khurrana.
And also
Okay.
Rajpal Yadav, sir, he's just too funny.
He's so sweet. I absolutely find him adorable.
This whole ensemble, like with Paresh ji and Seema Pava ma'am and Manoj Joshi sir and Abhishek Banerjee and Manjot, like we just have such a good, like everyone on this set. Yeah.
Your favorite on-screen character that you have seen till now?
Who? Everyone knows that. Or Geet from Jab. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. One thing that you'd like to change about yourself this year and one quality you never want to change.
Something that I want to change about myself is that I want to be on my phone less and travel more. And something I don't want to change about myself is this newfound sense of enjoying my own company and loving myself and just doing things for myself. Yeah.
What's the most romantic thing someone's done for you, and what's the most romantic thing you've done for someone?
It's been a while. The most romantic thing that someone has done for me. I think cooked a whole meal. Yeah, that or like sang for me, like sung a song or played the guitar or something like that. I guess that's like really basic, but I'm a very basic girl in that way. Like I love small things like letters or songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm very basic. The most romantic thing I've done for someone, Chaitali's given them a hug because I'm a very non-touchy person. No, the most romantic thing I've done for someone is I once decorated like a whole wall in their room with like sticky notes about things that I liked about them. Awesome. Or I gave them like a memory jar also. And then I've done quite a few things I'm just remembering. Then I also gave them like 20 envelopes for like 20 moods that they're in. So if you're sad, read this. If you're happy, read. Listen, I'm too good.
Listen, you're raising the bar here, Ananya.
Yeah.
I have never had someone do anything like that for me.
No, but you see, you can't settle. Like you have to just like.
You can't. If this is what you do, they're better up their game. They're better. That's wonderful. I'm pretty impressed now. What's the most special gift you received on your date from a partner?
From a partner, as I said, I'm like a sucker for like small things. So even like a letter with like 2 words, I'll just be like, oh my god, because I just feel like that means more to me than something materialistic, which you'll just get over sometime. Yeah, like I reread old letters and notes, and also I'm all for that.
Cute, but that's beautiful. One Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam superstar that you can't wait to work with, and why?
I really want to work with Dulquer because I saw him in Sitaramam and he's so good.
He's just dreamy.
So good. So Dulquer, yeah.
He's dreamy, isn't he?
He's amazing. He's so charming and he's so easy. His vibe is really easy and charming. Yeah. And Fahad Fazil. I love Fahad Fazil as well.
He is so talented. Okay. This or that, choose any of the options and tell us why, okay?
Oh, wait, I have so many more. I really want to work with Samantha as well.
Oh,
because she's just such an inspiration and she's a complete rock star. And Vijay Sethupathi sir. So I have quite a few. My list is very long.
Your list is absolutely spot on. I must say you've named some of my favorite actors also along with that. So it's amazing. Okay. It's called This or That. You need to choose any of the options and tell us why you chose it. Contour or eye makeup?
Eye makeup because I don't know how to contour.
Okay. Soulmate or BFF?
My BFFs are my soulmates.
Interesting answer. Romance or thriller?
As a genre and life.
I'm assuming no one would want a thriller to be in.
Romance and life, thriller on screen, but currently the opposite is happening. My life is
your life is a thriller?
And I'm watching any
as long as you are surviving at the end of it, that's fine. As long as you're surviving at the end of it. Okay, mascara or lipstick?
Mascara.
Okay. Long drive or stay at home date? Long drive or stay at home date? And why?
I think right now, so what's coming to me is a long drive because you just get to like listen to music and it's just fun. Yeah, drives. And you can talk. And there's something about just driving around at like past midnight in town somewhere. I don't know.
Lovely. Like it does. Read or binge watch?
I have my days, but right now I would say read.
Okay. Social media or travel?
Travel.
Well done, Ananya. That was quick and nice. How do you get over a breakup in that way for a lot of people who do go through it? And also, how do you deal with failure in your professional career and move on from it? So, both.
Actually, honestly, my answer was going to be the same for both. I'm someone who fully believes in just letting all your emotions out and feeling whatever you're feeling in the moment. If after a breakup you are upset, you are angry, you could be feeling anything, I'm the kind of person who would just give myself that time to just feel what I'm feeling, because I feel like the more you suppress it, the more it's going to come to you later in life, and you might carry it forward into the next relationship or the next job in that sense. So I'm someone who just gives myself time to get over things, and I'm not too hard on myself. I've learned this over time, and that's with even failures when it comes to work. It's just to feel like, because you're human, you will feel all things, and you're supposed to feel like, otherwise you just be dead. So yeah, just feel whatever you're feeling. That's what I would say.
That's the best advice I've heard. Absolutely. To time to heal, and also to be kind to yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like it's very, very hard, particularly a lot of women. On that note, how lovely. I think this was wonderful chatting with you about career, love, and everything on Valentine's Day. Of course,
Yes.
to end it, I would like you to wish everybody and tell them a little message on Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. This year, love yourself before anyone else and choose yourself.
That's wonderful. We wouldn't say this was your best date, but I did have a lot of fun talking to you, Ananya.
I'll take it. One of the best Valentine's dates I've had.
Liar, but I will take it as well. I hope you do. I hope you go on after this on a lovely date and you have a lot of fun, whether it's with yourself, with anybody that you want to. Sending you so much love, especially on this day and on all days. You're wonderful and stay just the way you are. Thank you.
Thank you. So are you, and it's been great chatting with you. It's been a long time, but I'm so happy we did this.
I know soon we'll do it in person once you're but good. You're busy. You have great things happening. So I'm happy for you. Sending you again. Lots of love. Bye.
See you. Bye.